The Humber region, I think, lacked ambition, it lacked vision, it lacked focus.
You see, it used to be in Grimsby or in North East Lincolnshire that we would look back. We spent a lot of time looking back on how great the town used to be, because it was built on the fishing industry that has changed dramatically and not for the better. And the town and people in the town and leaders in the town used to spend a lot of time worrying about that. People used to walk with their heads down because they reflected on the past and what might have been.
Well, I think the biggest change was certainly the writing off of the Humber Bridge debt. That was £150 million that then enabled the Humber Bridge to reduce its tolls sustainably to £1.50, which has then opened up land both on the north and the south bank of the Humber, which is now available for development, to create jobs and obviously to secure investment in the whole of the areas.
Well, if we look at the region and we go back probably 20 years, the region was one of the highest carbon economies in Europe, probably second to the Ruhr Valley in the amount of carbon was used and the pollution that sat behind it.
The river has become again the icon that makes us what we are. There was a time I can remember when we put all that down, that we were trying to be something else.
Traditionally has been seen as a bit of a backwater, but actually when you look at it, it's got a lot going for it. We've got, two of the country's 6 oil refineries, one of its 2 steel works, the largest port in the country.
If you go back to 2013, really when we really started collectively as a region to work together seriously. So for us in Hull, that meant engaging with our city plan, which was actually not just about the council doing things, it was about setting a vision for the city.
5 years ago, the local authority got 15 business leaders and entrepreneurs together and put them together as a city leadership board, and they asked us to deliver a plan, and that plan was to make the city into an energy city, create a worldwide visitor destination.
And of course from that came the ambition to apply to be UK City of Culture.
One was we had to make sure that we attracted a new investor, and that was in the shape of Siemens. And secondly, we had to land City of Culture.
Because no one believed it was going to happen. And then suddenly We Are Hull came along. Amazing, the transformation. Everybody wanted to be part of it. Everybody wanted to know what was going on.
That had a massive impact on us in terms of bringing visitors to the city.
And then what happened, I think, over the last 5 years is courageous leadership came together with opportunity.
More than anything else, key organisations realised that they could not do this independently, and local authorities and businesses had to work together.
The council played a part in that, businesses played a part in that, our politicians played a part in it. And actually across the Humber, we cooperated in relation to that.
That estuary isn't something that divides us, it's something that binds us with enormous potential for UK PLC and well beyond. And then you've got things like Siemens and Ørsted investing big time in renewable energy and offshore wind. But there are other vibrant sectors as well in this part of the world: seafood, ports, logistics.
And I think the Siemens acknowledgement that they wanted to come here to Hull as their preferred location was perhaps the biggest thing that's happened in recent years, where we'd set ourselves a very ambitious target. There was maybe some doubts about whether we'd do it, and we got it.
I think the heritage of the city is really important, and I think it's something that we've not really shouted about for a long, long time.
Look at us today, we must be heading to be one of the lowest carbon economies in Europe, if not elsewhere, with the onset of offshore wind, people like the biofuels, the Virgo and others coming in here. The whole estuary itself is changing around that, so essentially renewable energy.
I think there's 2 main areas that are driving investment in the region. One is quite simply the people, and by people I mean the culture, but also the skills, the education, the level of knowledge, and also just the passion and the grit that I think there is in the region as well.
Well, there have been some great milestones which we've seen. There's the backdrop, which is the renewables coming to town or the city, depending on if you're in Grimsby and it's Ørsted, or you're in Hull and it's Siemens. And those 2 companies, which aren't British companies, are making a fabulous contribution to our economy, along with ABP, driving a whole new agenda which supports the fabulous businesses such as Reckitt, Smith & Nephew, British Steel, Youngs on the South Bank, who have supported our economy over many years.